Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Street Photography Shots Explained. So today, I'm going to go ahead and talk about two of my street photography shots. And on the second part of the video, I'll go ahead and talk about a shot that one of my friends on Instagram ended up giving me permission to talk about one of their shots. So I'll go ahead and talk about that shot on the second part of this video. So for the first shot, it is called How Small We Are. This shot right here. So for you that don't know and haven't ever been to Texas or the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have this river called the Trinity River. It's actually a 710-foot mile-long river, and on some of its widths are like 200 feet, right? I'm telling you all this just to let you know that I was actually, for this shot, I was actually on the other side of the river, and I was using my 24-70 Sigma, and I was trying to zoom in, right, to this person, because I ended up seeing them under this tree. So I saw them from a good distance, and I could see how small they were compared to the tree. So that's why I wanted to capture this, because they were like so small, and that's just like an average size tree, maybe like 50-60 feet or something like that, like just a normal tree here in Texas. And whenever I saw him, how small he was on that bench, like, you know, leaning forward like this, and just like feeling the day. I guess he was running or whatnot, or, you know, after maybe just resting. But I ended up seeing his size comparison to the tree. It kind of put things into perspective on how small we are compared to like everything else on the planet. You know, just a tree. Every time that you see a tree, you're like, it's just a tree. Oh, it's a big tree, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, that tree's pretty big compared to you. You are really, really small. So this is just one of the shots where I wanted to show the perspective on how small we are compared to everything else that, you know, we like kind of live with and everything on a daily basis, and kind of like things that we don't ever think about, yet a tree is huge compared to us, you know, when we walk next to it. So, and this also brings me to Redwood Forest and the sequoia trees and everything. If you've never been there before, please go there. You will be dumbfounded how small you are compared to those trees. Like their roots are like 10 of you. It's ridiculous, but you should definitely go there. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show in this shot. I wanted to show the size comparison between a normal sized tree here in Texas and you know, a normal person. But yeah, I had to tell you about the Trinity River because I was around from this person. I was probably like 800 feet away from them, and it was a good distance, and I was still able to capture it with a 24-70 Sigma. But yeah, that's this shot right here. And then on the second shot, it's called Always Look Up. So this shot right here. So for Always Look Up, it is one of those shots where whenever you've been doing street photography for a long time and you start like, you know, being repetitive and everything, and you're tired of taking pictures of people and everything, one of my biggest advice to people that are like stuck, you know, like kind of like writer's block, but like for photographers, is start looking up. It's as simple as that. It's like you'll find like, for example, I ended up finding this lantern, which is like super unique and like so artistic, where like it's a monkey holding a bulb. But I would have never even found that if I hadn't actually like looked up and like, you know, try to find something else to take photos of. Because especially somewhere like in Manhattan, you'll walk around and you'll take pictures of people, and there's just such an abundance of pictures of people that you can take all around the city that after a while it just gets overwhelming, or you get tired of it. So that's whenever you start looking up and you start trying to find different perspectives. And sometimes you can even find people up above you and everything on bridges and stuff like that, and sure, you can classify that as like specifically street photography. But if you get bored of taking pictures of people, just start looking up and trying to find like different perspectives, or like buildings, or maybe you could put, you know, 4 buildings on you can look straight up, and if you have a wide enough lens, you can actually capture different buildings along with the sky. Especially like if it's like a late afternoon, you can capture beautiful orange along with the buildings and everything, and just reflections. There's so many examples. But if you ever get, like I said, if you ever get caught to where you are just like in a writer's block version of a photographer, then, you know, just look up and start looking at different perspectives, and you might find something that you didn't think about before. Like for me, this one. So yeah, that's this shot. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about one photo. So this is the profile that I'm talking about. So I never mentioned names in any of these because I mean you know what the profile is. You can see it right here, but I don't want to mess up anybody's names ever. So that's why I'd never mentioned names. But this is the person that I'm definitely talking about today. So what I like, their info right here says remaining moments. This is what it says, like at the top of the profile. Remaining moments, Mary, that I make. So in the first shots right here, you will see. I mean, first shots of their profile, you will see a whole bunch of shots of a little girl like doing different things around the park or playing, and it's just like it's so like to me at least, it's a different type of street photography that I haven't really like gone after, like you know taking pictures of like maybe one of your friends or like continually in like different situations and everything, or a family member that are just like you put them in different perspectives, or you follow them around while they're playing or they're having fun and you just take pictures of them. That's something that this person definitely inspired me to try to do more often. Like you go out there with friends or family, see them like interacting with daily life and then just taking pictures of them without them knowing or with them knowing, you know, just like daily shots like this. But what I like about their shots specifically a lot is that they have a street photography feel, you know, with shadows and everything and trying to capture people and whatnot. But they also have a very like deep artistic feel with every single one of the shots that they take. Like this shot, for example, this shot right here. So this is the shot that I wanted to talk about today. So it has the little girl that's usually in a lot of the photos, and most of these shots are in black and white. But even the ones in color, it has like that old like vintage feel. Yet it's bringing it to the new era, even though it was taken in the modern times. You feel like it's maybe like from 20-30 years ago, and that's what makes it so like artistic and so beautiful. But like this one right here, for example, it has the tree in the top, and then it has the shadow, which they ended up catching at the bottom. Perfect, good job, that's awesome. Caught the shadow, and then the shadow actually leads you to the little girl, and the little girl, because of the black and white, is almost seems like they're wearing all white, even though I'm sure that's different colors. But since they use that shadow behind them, you can actually separate the background, which is kind of white as well, from the actual subject, and you can see the little girl like right away. So that's why it's good that they ended up you know, using that shadow leading towards the person, and then you see the branch up top, and it's just it draws you in really easily. And what I like about it is that it gives you that old-timey feel. Like I said, it makes you feel like this was taken like 30 years ago somewhere else. And what I find so appealing about these is that, for example, most of these I'm guessing is in Japan, and just seeing another culture like this, it just like seeing their daily life, I'm just like, it just draws me in like instantly, because I'm just like, oh wow, this is what they do over there. Oh, this is cool. Like, you know, oh well, they're just enjoying their life, taking pictures of this little girl, and I'm guessing their family member or friend or something, I don't know. But the cool thing is that seeing stuff like this really inspires me to go out there and take my brother or my sister or my family and just start taking pictures of them. And the cool thing also is that this weekend is there is an art festival here in Fort Worth. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend, so I'm gonna be out there taking street photography, just like, you know, doing street photography like crazy. I'll take my dog with me. I'll take pictures of my dog at the fair and everything, but it's just like an open fair. So I'll definitely try to do some stuff like this if my family ends up joining me out there and everything. But yeah, that's what I really like about this, is that it gives you that vintage feel, yet it's in the modern era. And this is the shot that I want to go ahead and talk about today. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And definitely thank you for doing such an awesome job, and keep uploading photos. I definitely really like a lot of your photos, and they have that, you know, vintage feel that I you know, adore, and I just go for sometimes. So yeah, really awesome shots. But again, thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys next time.